Greetings and blessings, my beautiful people. Welcome. My name is Halim Ali, and this is our second installment of chakra cleansing and chakra healing, right? And before we get into tonight's session, I'd like to share something with you. If you concentrate upon the thoughts given in these sessions, if you give them your entire attention, you will find a world of meaning in each sentence and will attract to yourself other thoughts in harmony with the thoughts that you are hearing in these sessions. And you will soon grasp the full significance of the vital knowledge upon which you are concentrating. You will soon grasp the full significance of the vital knowledge upon which you are concentrating. Knowledge does not apply itself. Knowledge, my friends, knowledge does not apply itself. We as individuals must make the application, and the application consists in fertilizing the thought with a living purpose. I'll say that again. Knowledge does not apply itself. We as individuals must make the application, and the application consists in fertilizing the thought with a living purpose. So when we talk about mindfulness, we are talking about fertilizing thought with living purpose. Think about that for a moment. Fertilizing thought with living purpose. This, my friends, this is mindfulness. The time and thought which most persons waste in aimless effort would accomplish wonders if properly directed with some special objective in view. In order to do this, it is necessary to center your mental force upon a specific thought and hold it there to the exclusion of all other thoughts. Take your mental thought and concentrate and focus on one area to the exclusion of all other areas, right? If you have ever looked through the focusing screen of a camera, which I'm sure we all have done, you will find that when the object is not in focus, the impression was indistinct and possibly even blurred. But when the proper focus was obtained, the picture became clear and distinct. This illustrates the power of concentration. Unless you can concentrate upon the object which you have in view, you will have but a hazy, indifferent, vague, indistinct, and blurred outline of your ideal, and the result will be in accordance with your mental picture. So if we take a moment to center ourselves, right? And as we connect with our breath tonight, I would ask that you are present in this space to the exclusion of all other spaces, that you are present in this realm to the exclusion of all other realms, to where you are here in this space as we continue to evolve and go through our chakra system and chakra healing. So last week, we talked about our 7 chakras, and we got through 4, right? We got through the red chakra, the root chakra, Muladhara, and we got through the second chakra, which is the orange chakra, which is Svadhisthana. And then we continued and we got through the yellow chakra, which is Manipura, or the city of jewels. And then we talked a little bit about the heart chakra. The color is green. And with each chakra, I emphasized that each chakra is connected to a major gland. Each chakra is connected to a major gland. And through the solar power and the solar spectrum of the sun, right? The colors of our chakra being connected with the solar colors of the spectrum of the sun, being connected with these colors, create healing for the particular glands that are concerned with that chakra. Thus, this is the reason why our forefathers and the men and women in the days of yore, they were so in tune with themselves as it related to the universe and interplanetary connection. They didn't have doctors or vaccines or the things that we depend on for our health today. They didn't have those things, the things that we rely on for our salvation. They relied upon the earth. They relied upon plants, minerals, the solar spectrum of the sun, right? So as we continue to get into our chakras, I'd like to share, I read this yesterday and I thought it was so important to share today because it is in direct connection with our conversation. And it says breathing goes hand in hand with moving energy. Breathing goes hand in hand with moving energy. Whether you are healing, boosting, or grounding, conscious breathing has so many physiological and etheric benefits. It is impossible to discuss them all here in this space. Just be aware that conscious breathing oxygenates your brain and all of your cells, focuses your attention, and ignites your etheric fire by energizing your chakras. All right. So now we are connecting our breath with our chakras, which connects us with these glands, which are connected to the sun and the universe and the solar spectrum. And then we become one with all things. What are we talking about? The surety of the omnipotence of the oneness of the divine. The surety of the omnipotence of the oneness of the divine. So we are divinity in flesh. We are divinity in flesh. Hold that thought for a moment. Hold that thought for a moment. See yourself as divinity in flesh. See yourself as a divine being. See that. Let's connect to that for a moment. See yourself as weightless. See yourself without blemish. See yourself as flawless. See yourself as confident. See yourself living in an abundance of health, an abundance of joy, an abundance of love, an abundance of wealth. We must see these things and visualize these things before we are able to experience these things. So let us see the true divinity that we are, because we first must see it here, right? One of my mentors when I was in New York, who was an Egyptian high priest, who I'm going to share some of his teachings with you this evening as well, as it regards to biological regeneration. But he would always ask me, he would take an object, any object, and he would say, before this existed in my hand, where did it exist first, right? And I would go through a series of thoughts and rants. Well, it existed in the warehouse where it came from, or it existed in the store. And he would say to me, he would say, when asked a question, if you don't know the answer, it is best to say you don't know. As to save yourself or to save oneself from looking foolish, Just say, I don't know. So he says, it existed in someone's mind first. They saw this object exactly as it is, exactly as I'm holding it. And they saw it here, and then they were able to create the physical manifestation of it, right? So this is what we do. This is what mindfulness is all about. This is what this space is all about, creating a whole new vision of your life, or creating a whole new vision of your experience, right? Creating a whole new vision of yourself, going back to the purity and the innocence that we emanate from, that we have all emanated from, but all of this filth and corruption that has been added unto our being throughout the course of our lives. This is where we practice purity of thought, purity of mind, and purity of intention. So, getting into our chakra system, I am going to start from the last chakra that we finished, which was Anahat, which was the unbeater, which is the heart chakra. And the color is green. And when we talk about Anahat, it is located in the heart and is the center of love, compassion, harmony, and peace. The house of the soul, associated with the lungs, heart, arms, hands, and the thymus gland. The thymus gland. Now, when we talk about the thymus gland is located at or near the bottom of the throat, just below the thyroid gland. All right, so we said the thymus, not the thyroid. It is considered essential for children only, but it is not possible. But is it not possible that the degeneration of this gland is one of the causes of premature senility? So I know we covered that in our last session, but just to create a segue going into the rest of our chakras, which we will complete this evening. So when we are talking about anahat, blockage in our heart chakra, blockage, what does blockage do? When we have these chakras that are blocked, what happens? What happens? In this particular chakra, blockage can show itself as immune system deficiencies, lung and heart problems, inhumanity, lack of compassion, right? Unprincipled behavior, also asthma, bronchitis, those things that immediately have to do with our respiratory system. When we have blockage in our heart chakra, these are the things that can happen. And the color of our heart chakra is green. So moving up to Vishuddha, Vishuddha, which is purity in Sanskrit, and this is our throat chakra. The color of this chakra is blue. Located by the third cervical vertebrae, below the medulla oblongata to the Adam's apple. So this chakra is beneath the Adam's apple in a man and beneath the throat, or I guess that would be your jugular, around your jugular area, right? It is associated and concerned with the senses of inner and outer hearing. Okay, the synthesizing of ideals, healing, transformation, and purification. All right, we're talking about Vishuddha, the throat chakra. Said it is concerned with hearing. Now, I want to point something out to you about hearing. We don't hear because we have ears. We have ears because we hear. So there is already a faculty inside of us which requires us to have ears, right? We don't see because we have eyes, right? We have eyes so that we can see. But there is a faculty inside of us which already sees and which requires eyes for external sight. So moving forward, blockage in our Vishuddha or our throat chakra can show up as creative blocks. So if you're a creative, when you have writer's block, this is blockage in your throat chakra. It can also show up as dishonesty or general problems in communicating one's needs. Also, gossip, overeating, smoking, and alcoholism. All of these habits exist because there may be blockage in our throat chakra. And after we go through our other two chakras, I am going to give you an exercise in terms of how to clear your chakras, as given to me by one of my mentors, who was an Egyptian high priest. Peace and love to the brother Isa. Thank you. Chakra number 6. Now, wait a minute. With chakra number 5, before we move forward, chakra number 5 is concerned with the major gland known as the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland. Now, wait a minute. When we talk about the thyroid gland is located at the frontal base of the neck, extending upward in a sort of semicircle on both sides. The thyroid secretion is important in mobilizing both proteins and carbohydrates. It stimulates other glands. So other glands are dependent upon the thyroid for their stimulation. Helps resist infections, affects the hair growth, and influences the organs of the digestion and elimination. It is a strongly determining factor in the all-around physical development and also in the mental functioning of a human being. A well-balanced thyroid will ensure an active, efficient, and smoothly coordinated mind and body. This is the importance of our 7 major glands, but this is also the wisdom of the creator, of our divine creator. This is the wisdom. He put everything inside of us to heal ourselves. And what he did not put inside of us, he made grow from the earth or emanate from the sky. So chakra number 5, Vishuddha. This is our throat chakra and the color is blue. So now moving to chakra number 6. Now, as we get into our last 2 chakras, we have to understand that these 2 chakras are chakras of the crown, right? So these chakras are very psychological. These chakras have a lot to do with our mental health and well-being, right? So very important. All the chakras are important, but I just want to put emphasis on the last 2 chakras. Chakra number 6, known as Ajna, or the command center, your third eye chakra, right? Chakra number 6, Ajna, concerned with clairvoyance, right? Sagacity, spiritual perception, right? Located at the center of the forehead, used to question the spiritual nature of life. There's a saying my grandmaster would always say to me, he would say, seek the question and not the answer. So when we talk about Ajna, we are talking about the chakra that is used to question the spiritual nature of life. What question will you ask life? What question will you ask the spirit of life, right? The chakra of question perception, and knowing. It is concerned with the inner vision, intuition, and wisdom. Your dreams of this life and recollections of other lifetimes are held in this chakra. Your dreams of this life and of past lifetimes are held in this chakra, in your ajna, which translates to command center. I don't know if I said that or not, but that's what it translates to. Blockage in your ajna or in your third eye chakra. Blockage manifests as problems in communicating, lack of foresight or vision, mental rigidity, and also selective memory and depression. So when we are experiencing blockage in our command center chakra, in our third eye chakra, it can lead to mental illness. All right, so moving on to our last and final chakra. Before I move on, I apologize. This is concerned with our pineal gland. This chakra, the gland that ajna is concerned with, is our pineal gland. Now, when we talk about the pineal gland, it is described as a small conical structure located behind the third ventricle of the brain. The ancients, our righteously guided and our ancient forefathers. So when we talk about the ancients, we're talking about and referring to our ancestors. The ancients realized that this gland was of vast importance and was spoken of as a spiritual center. The seat of the soul is how the Egyptians referred to the pineal gland, and possibly of eternal youth or life everlasting. It is near the top and the back of the head. And there's so much I could say about the pineal gland and how it's been referred to or identified. However, for the sake of our session here, we want to just make a connection with the pineal gland, which is at the base of the skull, and our third eye. And what happens when there is blockage in that chakra that can lead to mental illness. Lastly, we are going to look at our last chakra, our seventh chakra, or our first chakra, which is Sahasrara. This is known as the Crown Chakra. Sahasrara. And the color is violet. The color of Ajna is indigo. So now, the solar spectrum of the sun, we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and now violet. Violet is the color of Sahasrara, which means 1,000-petaled lotus. Sahasrara, 1,000-petaled lotus. And this is chakra number 7. And it is concerned with the pituitary gland, right? So located at the crown of your head and associated with the cerebral cortex and the central nervous system and the pituitary gland. It is concerned with information, acceptance, and bliss. It is said to be your own place of connection with divine creation. The chakra of divine purpose and personal destiny. Blockage can manifest as severe psychological problems. So when we look at Sahasrara and our last chakra and the gland that it is concerned with, which is the pituitary gland, The pituitary is a small gland located near the center of the head, directly under the third ventricle of the brain, where it rests in a depression in the floor plate of the skull. Its secretions have an important part in the mobilizing of carbohydrates, maintaining blood pressure, stimulating other glands, and maintaining the tonicity of the sympathetic nervous system. So we are either dealing with toxicity or tonicity. Toxic, tonic, right? When we are dealing with toxicity, we need man-made medications and we need to get out and, get vaccinated. But when we are dealing with tonics, we are talking about that which heals naturally, that which can eliminate any virus, any sickness, any illness. This is what we refer to when we're talking about tonicity. Tonicity. So as we reflect upon the 7 chakras, let us breathe in and take a breath, and let's just center ourselves for a moment and breathe in through our nose. And firstly, illuminating our red chakra, our root chakra, Muladhara. Let us only see our root chakra and allow that luminosity to glow and to heal the gland that it is concerned with. And we are going to get the breath to our root chakra, breathing in and release. Again, breathing in, and then we release. And we will get 3 breaths to each chakra. Breathing in, and then we release, understanding that this chakra is concerned with the adrenal glands. And as we move up to our orange chakra, Svadhisthana, the chakra that is concerned with the reproductive organs and the reproductive system, let us breathe in and allow that chakra to illuminate, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Getting oxygen to Svadhisthana and allowing it to illuminate. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we continue to raise our vibration and as we continue to ascend, we are going to activate Manipura, our yellow chakra, the sun center of the body, the city of jewels. And this chakra is concerned with the pancreas. So let us breathe in through the nose and allow that yellow pulsating radiance to illuminate our whole being, breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and releasing through the mouth. And one more breath for Manipura. And as we continue to ascend and raise our vibration, we are now going to the heart chakra, Anahat, the unbeater, which is concerned with our thymus gland, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, allowing the green light, the green illumination to illuminate our whole being, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we continue to ascend, we will go into Vishuddha, or purity, our blue chakra or our throat chakra, which is concerned with the thyroid gland, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more breath for Vishuddha, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we continue to ascend, And we go into Ajna, our third eye chakra, our command center. And the gland that it is concerned with is our pineal, and the color is indigo, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, allowing your whole body to pulsate with an indigo radiance, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more breath for Ajna, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we send oxygen to our last chakra, our seventh chakra, let's be very deliberate with our breath. As we send oxygen to Sahasrara, which is the 1,000-petaled lotus, which is our crown chakra, and the color is violet. And the gland it is concerned with is our pituitary gland, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more breaths to the Sahasrara, or the 1,000-petaled lotus, breathing in and out through the mouth. 1 more breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I would like to thank you all for your continued support, for sharing our event on social media, for attending and for being present in this space. My name is Halim Ali with From the Heart Enterprises. This has been an aha moment. Thank you, and we will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Give thanks.